Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ian from MaddenSchool.com, and today's tip we're going to be going over a subtle but really important change that was made in cover 3 and cover 4 defenses in Madden 25. So here I've called just a standard cover 3 sky, and against any sort of trips look, so whether that's gun trips tight end, whatever we're in here, gun trips HB weak, even like a gun bunch, anything with 3 receivers on one side of the field, you're going to notice that in a cover 3 or a cover 4, the guys who are supposed to be in like yellow zones, the traditional yellow zones in the middle of the field, they're actually going to sprint to the right. So let me show you what I mean here. I want you to focus in on the guy with the M over his head, as well as the guy on the right there with the flame over his head directly over our A receiver. Both of those guys should be in just standard yellow zones. And what you're going to notice is they both sprint to the right. So pretty much what's going on here is it's almost like there's some sort of matching going on. But what you notice is that it really leaves some guys open. And so, you know, probably so far this year, you've had a random play or two where it's like, hey, where was my guy on that play? Like, my zone should have been there, and it wasn't. It was probably this happening. So let's focus in on the 2 linebackers here and how they sprint to the right when they really shouldn't be doing that. You can see, like, if we had like our running back on a streak route with this play, it's probably an easy 20, 25 yards. Like, the guys have completely vacated their zones in every way. And you can see this is a traditional cover 3 sky. There's no special changes being made here. So, like, you know, let's say if we want to actually try to set up a play to beat this, something like this will just absolutely destroy this. So again, look at the guy with the M over his head, who should be covering our running back here, as well as the guy with the flame over his head over our A receiver, and they both sprint to the right. So, like, look how wide open this is. So you need to be aware of this so you can attack it a specific way. As well as on the defensive side, you need to be aware of what your guys are doing. And a little bit later in the video, I'm going to go over how to stop your guys from doing this. So let me go ahead and back out. That was a cover 3 sky. But let me show you, like, we could do the same thing. Let's call like a completely different formation, right? I'll just call SE corner, and we'll find cover 3 hard flat. Show you it works the same way. So I'll put both these guys on a streak, something like that. And then again, watch the guy with the M over his head, watch the guy with the flame over his head. This time they're going to sprint to the trip side, which is on the left this time. You can see they completely vacate that middle part of the field. So they're always going to roll to the trip side, whether it's a bunch or a trips. Again, watch these linebackers. Once we snap the ball, they're both sprinting over there. They're turning their back, essentially, and just running. So like if we wanted to hit our running back there or our tight end right from the jump, put our tight end on a streak route or something, that would be a great way to do it. I'll also show you the same way with a cover 4 drop. So we'll go back to, we can go to trips Y slot. It doesn't really matter what, as long as there's a trips somewhere. So let's call a cover 4 drop. This time the trips is on the right, so they should be running to the right. I'll do a standard setup like this. And again, watch them just all sprint to the right. And so you can see what that kind of does is it takes away some of those seam shots you used to be able to make with like maybe like a verticals play where maybe like this guy here might run a seam route. Now you can't really do that because this guy, number 5, he gets all the way out there to play that. Like, he should be in the middle of the field somewhere. I don't even know what he's doing. Like, that's essentially an extra purple zone. Like, he's way out there. That's a yellow zone. And the other yellow zone is all the way over here. So that's the traditional way, the new way that the cover 3 and cover 4 drops will work. Now you can easily turn this off though. So let's say we call it exact same play, right? All you have to do is set your zone drops in any way. It doesn't even have to be the hook curl zone. It could be, you can set your cloud flats and nothing else. And we'll call the same play like a cover 4 drop. And now notice the 2 linebackers, the guy with the M over his head and the guy covering our A receiver. We'll play up the same way. They'll just drop in the traditional way, right? Like, they're just dropping back, normal zones, their normal way. And this works cover 3, cover 4, doesn't really matter. The other thing you can do if you don't set your zone drops and you realize it too late, you can just shade underneath or shade over the top or protect the sticks. Really, any coverage adjustment you make will reset essentially how they play. So depending on how you want your zone to play, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, there's very subtle little adjustments you can make. So I hope this helps you guys. Until next time, take care.